Today we're going to show the difference on the flanged rollers on Elmo 16mm sound projectors. This one particular projector here is a TRV-16G. This is the telecine version with a built-in camera. There's also a TRV-16H and a trans video. The CL has the same design, and the AL also takes the rollers, but it's a slightly different design. So at this point, I'm going to point out the flanged roller that we're concerned with. There's three different types, so we want to make sure that you replace it with the proper one. Let me zoom in on that flanged roller. This flanged roller does have a spring in the back. It's spring-loaded. There's two types of flanged rollers that have a spring behind it. One way to tell is if you put some pressure, it has to be a little considerable. It will go in and out because the spring, of course, in back will be compressed. This nut here, when you have a spring-loaded roller, is actually an adjustment. So mark where the threads are so that when you retighten on the new roller, you tighten it, you tighten the nut the same amount of turns, because this is an adjustment for your sound alignment. Now we'll take a look at the three different types of rollers. The first one we'll take a look at is a full flanged roller. So it's a full bushing. So it's a full bushing on the roller. It's the same on both sides, flat. It looks the same on both sides. And the bushing that fits on the shaft is the same size as the roller itself. I do have a shaft with the spring from this design. I'll show you what works, or how it works. And of course, once you put the nut on there, you're going to compress the spring, and the only thing that's going to it's going to turn on the bushing. So you would lubricate that bushing, by the way, when you're installing. So this is a full flanged, full bushing roller, same on each side. To say you have a full bushing, that would be easy to figure out when you're ordering. The next one is a recessed bushing roller. If you'll notice, it's indented on one side. I do have the bushing. My bushing on this particular one is brass. The bushing will go into the inset, and I don't have the proper shaft to show you, but I'll use the other shaft. Of course, what happens is the roller has the spring behind it in the recess, and then you tighten the nut for an adjustment. The shaft is a little bit different on the full bushing one, but at least you can see the difference. Okay, the third roller, is simply when you take off the roller, there is no spring, and these are called the standard rollers. The bushing is set in here solid. So when you lubricate this one, you lubricate the shaft. There is no adjustment on this for the sound path. You simply tighten the nut until it's tight, and then basically that's it. Don't forget, on this one I forgot to mention that you would lubricate this portion of the roller bushing so that it would rotate on the bushing. You want to make sure that the rotation is on the bushing, not on the shaft, with anything with any of these rollers that have a bushing on them. Okay. There are some people selling plastic rollers that are only one type. If you use those on anything with a spring, what's going to happen is you're going to have a binding, and it's really not going to turn. It's sort of very important that you get the proper flanged roller for your projector, which we have on our website on the Elmo page. I think that's it. If there's any questions, you can email us, of course, from the website. Thanks.